number one pick in the 2019 NBA draft goes to the New Orleans Pelicans.
The NBA draft lottery is always a very exciting day. For one, it's almost always on the same day as a playoff game, but aside from that, it's a day that really does decide the fate and future of many NBA franchises. But this year was special. Aside from the general festivities that come with the lottery, what made this year different was three things. One, Zion Williamson, the most anticipated NBA prospect since LeBron James. Two, the rule changes that finally took place this year that had more implications than we thought. And three, the implications that come with the order of the lottery picks due to what's expected to be one of, if not the craziest offseason in NBA history. And today we will take a dive into which teams won the night and the teams that, let's just say, luck was not on their side that night. So let's cut the BS and dive into our first winner of the night, the New Orleans Pelicans. The New Orleans Pelicans struck gold that night, and it goes beyond just getting the number one overall pick. As we all know, the New Orleans Pelicans are tasked to deal with the situation of Anthony Davis, one of the league's brightest stars that have made it publicly known that he wants out of New Orleans via trade before his contract is up next year. And prior to the lottery, the biggest question for the team was how are they going to move on from a perceived generational talent like Anthony Davis? And how do they do that now? Oh, I don't know, maybe this guy could help. And on top of getting the elusive Zion pick, they can also trade one of the most valuable players in the league for a big trade package that could set them up with the brightest future in the league. I mean, the possibilities at this point are literally endless. They can still call up the Celtics and ask for their young forwards, and even some of their 3 first-round picks this year. They can call the Lakers, who have pieces such as Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, and also the 4th pick this year. They can call the Knicks, who have the 3rd pick, Kevin Knox, Dennis Smith Jr., Mitchell Robinson, and Alonzo Trier. Heck, we can even get into crazier scenarios where they trade the number 1 pick if they can get AD to commit long term and form the league's next super team. All I know is it's gonna be very hard for the Pelicans to mess up this summer. The Los Angeles Lakers. Coming into the lottery, the Lakers only had a 6.7% chance of nabbing a top 3 pick in this year's draft. And that 6.7% happened. It freaking happened. It's events like this that conspiracies about the NBA being rigged starts up, which is another video in itself, but this was completely insane. In combination of the Knicks not getting the number 1 pick, the Celtics assets taking a big hit because of their dysfunction, and acquiring this pick, the Lakers all of a sudden are the front runners for AD's services. Never mind that they are already the rumored preferred destination. This was a night where the Lakers were able to acquire an extremely valuable trade asset when they were not supposed to, and a night where their competition's assets were depleted in comparison to them. And Laker fans should be extremely happy about the outcome of the draft lottery. The Memphis Grizzlies. The Memphis Grizzlies only had one thing to worry about this night, and that was falling out of the top 8, as if they did, their pick would go to the Boston Celtics. But not only did that not happen, they got the 2nd overall pick, which is big for this team as they're trying to move on from the Conley-Gasol era Grizzlies. And if they can draft a prospect like John Morant and trade Mike Conley for some young pieces in combination with Jaren Jackson Jr., if they can acquire a good draft pick again next year, they are positioning themselves to have a great core to build around for the future. The New York Knicks. A tough scene it was for New York, as the whole fan base was pretty much set on Zion being a Knick. And as everyone knows, it didn't happen. And to add on top of it, they didn't even get the number 2 pick. They got stuck with the number 3 pick. Just don't say I called it, as you can see with this tweet. There was a report that said that the Knicks were planning to trade the number 1 pick to New Orleans for Anthony Davis in order to entice players such as Kyrie and KD, and some others to come to New York even more. And not only did they not get the number 1 pick, they fell all the way to 3. And the Pelicans themselves got the number 1 pick, and their competition, the Lakers, got the number 4 pick out of nowhere, which they could use to trade for AD and entice players such as Kyrie and others who are also interested in joining the Knicks to join the Lakers instead. This was a big toll for the Knicks franchise, and they all should be praying to God that they do get KD and Kyrie still, because if they don't, this will turn out to be one of the most disappointing off seasons for a team in NBA history. The Boston Celtics. Man, I'm tired of these L's. I really am. You might as well call us the Boston Celtics. Shout out to Jay Smooth. I know you're watching this. And shout out to the Discord as well if you want to join. I'll leave a link in the description. But the Boston Celtics coming into the 2018 season were supposed to have the best treasure chest of assets in the league. And after the draft lottery, their treasure chest is not looking too good. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum's stock have gone down tremendously this year due to their misutilization. The Kings exceeded many expectations, and that was supposed to be a high draft pick. The Grizzlies didn't fall out of the top 8. The Lakers' treasure chest got better. Man, all I know is Danny Ainge got his work cut out for him this summer. Let's just say that. Tanking. The whole concept of tanking took a L last night. To put into perspective as to what happened, 5 of the top 6 best odds to land the number 1 pick last night did not even land a top 3 pick. And the only one that did were the Knicks, who had the best odds at number 1, and they got the number 3 pick. The Cleveland Cavaliers fell all the way to 5, the Phoenix Suns fell all the way to 6, Chicago fell all the way to 7, and the Hawks fell all the way to 8. There can be made an argument that tanking doesn't work in general, as I believe teams such as the Warriors, the Spurs, the Raptors, and the Bucks show that development and proper coaching is much more important than just pure talent. But the lottery last night showed that getting a top 3 worst record in the league barely guarantees you even a top 5 pick anymore. But don't get me wrong, even though me giving this an L has negative connotations, the eradication of tanking is a big W for the NBA and its fans, as it'll further just raise the general product of the game. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts on the NBA draft lottery that took place yesterday. Very crazy day, a lot of implications. This offseason needs to hurry up. It's just gonna get crazy. It really is. But if you like the video, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm trying to upload 2 times a week this summer, and I'm doing pretty good so far. I don't want to make any promises, but we are on that grind. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. Y'all know the drill. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I am out. Peace.